Greetings. I am 2VR8, factotum droid for this vessel. You must be my new master. Gentle, kind new master.
So I get a starship and a servant, too. Not bad at all.
I am relieved, pleased that you find me agreeable. I will never disappoint you, Master. I am programmed for a wide array of tasks, including but not limited to meal preparation, ship maintenance, janitorial duty, and etiquette. Welcome aboard this Fury-class Imperial Interceptor, a versatile craft combining a starfighter's maneuverability with armament to rival larger military vessels. You'll find all of the standard amenities, including your own private captain's locker for storing valuables. The astrogation console contains a constantly updated map of the known galaxy. Interstellar communications are accessed via the ship's holoterminal. Priority alerts that you may find useful are available from the Imperial HoloNet console. Lastly, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to issue new orders. Any questions, Master?
Are you at least capable of providing security while I'm not aboard?
I regret I am unable to offer you combat support, Master. Frankly, my chassis couldn't withstand the stress. However, should any errands arise that are beneath your superior status, please do not hesitate to call upon me. I function to serve you. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on your bridge. It will program the proper astrogation coordinates and activate the engines.
Flight Commander Pyrul, my lord. If you possess a ship, I could certainly use your talents. The Republic grows bolder. Their attack squadrons ambush Imperial targets and disappear into open space. We're struggling to compete.
Soon we'll dispense with this foolish stalemate and have our war.
Precisely, my lord. But in the short term, we must respond with force. I've scrambled the Cast 23rd and Dreadwing, but it's not enough. We're forming an exclusive response squadron, the Empire's Fury. With a Sith of your power leading the squadron, we'd crush the Republic in record time.
Time for you to see what a Sith can do.
Fantastic, my lord. Your call sign will be Rage. Uploading mission data to your ship now. You'll work alone, while the rest of the squadron assists throughout the galaxy. Strike with fury. Strike for the Empire.
Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmorra, I see. Now, I hope you're ready to work. I've got a good idea of where the ancient artifact is on Balmorra, but it's not pleasant.
I don't have a weak stomach.
Good. This is not a task for the easily unsettled. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmorra, one that was later converted by the Balmorrans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater, filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
You must have some sort of plan for how to get it, right?
Regrettably, I haven't had time to put together a plan. You'll have to figure this one out yourself. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmorra, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
I sincerely doubt it.
Those who succeed without the Force make up for what they lack with a certain resourcefulness. Don't write Bessica off. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmorran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Bessiker of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
I will destroy the enemies of the Empire.
I expect nothing less. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
Leteletekas sokas, hoyemegni. Hogeo, asgelente te sokalto. Ajorgone joltard, elinbult hatrafeles leultkos. Ajorgone joltard, elinbult hatrafeles leultkos. Atengermindig uyanas.
A pleasure to greet you, my lord. I am MQ-12, liaison to the Ministry of War's Mercenary Recruitment Division. I find appropriate employment for talented freelance soldiers serving the Empire. Would you be interested in acquiring a combatant who achieved a perfect score on the Mechas Aggression Index?
Disposable mercenaries are the best kind. There's a good chance you'll never have to pay them.
I would hold credits in reserve just to be safe. Based on its service record, this individual demonstrates remarkable resiliency. The Science Bureau has classified this mercenary as a hopelessly primitive creature from an undeveloped Outer Rim system, but judged it as useful nonetheless. It has previously served Imperial interests on Nar Shaddaa and displayed noteworthy commitment to our cause by eliminating a dozen resistance groups on Balmorra.
Don't expect me to be impressed. Compared to me, this mercenary is an amateur.
Perhaps, but an extremely promising one nevertheless. Keep an open mind, and you may be surprised. Judge for yourself. It understands our language well enough, and will respond in its own crude fashion. The subject calls itself Treek.
Ah, sí, joven, ay naman ko eh. Apaxio, tranos vaditasi, inda nakyochi sharakipi karine mamadada, panitemini, pagedatachi.
Listening to you is like hearing my own internal monologue. I like it.
Eka raviveri, eka maja, wastu atsibinove beso unte vechicho kasite paremo ramato chabokichi. Ano Joicho, Ajo, Pania Maria, Yoda, Rokana Kara, Rayam Chechim, Avadukamya Karechi.
Welcome to my crew, Treek. Your contract with me begins immediately. Ready?
Kobaji Jajabo, Amisoro, Bagavindia Papukoja, Karani, Kete Abdos, Oyachi. Akayam, Opakaya, Kimata, Samajika Svaro, Dabaharo Chikichi, Kokasa, Otomnati.
I am pleased you found my offering worthwhile, my lord. I will report our success to the Ministry of War. Good day.
In our sights. Nice shot.
Apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
You believe I can use these people's hopelessness against them?
Their need for answers should serve you well. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
I'm certain they will.
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
I assume you settled in?
Trana para vorar, na balale, na, aitan, sudi amamenti mamani, abaka, viketa karka volbe papatasi, sonwicho ritatasida. Ano jovicho, ajo pania Maria yoda, rokana kara reyam checheim, avadukam ya karechi. Amia, kasana, mam didarete tutuchije, sudi antam panimbo putovam, kanana babaji chokota.
I don't know anything about your homeworld or its people. What are they like?
Ayuda sa bose sa terita saja reda paperik elemo mulakatam mateka. Amia kasana mam didarete tutuchije sodi antam panimbo putovam kanana babaji chokota. Taraka fitas no ne afosi jameni timana davono ya bija katala bala dasta video prastuto se me sata.
Good. They earned their fates. There's no excuse for rudeness.
¿Qué tal ka eka unsa darbi ba atikoto de ver sa tabi? Akayam upakaya kimata samajika ba svaro da baharo chikichichi kokasa utom nati. Eka biatinia adarita la bobe kajime chimine karana kite juto da mi mata napakora anuni sala.
Those friends of yours, who were they? Why did they attack Republic targets on Nar Shaddaa?
Avikaro vivida la kota davare kavavamam avigia alagaba vivikana abakota ja ave bilati dvara joveye kama sinsika jabania agidado gorevavare avichuta batis ki ambesi samparka gario grupo kashkaya. Yeah.
Madu ating.
My lord, welcome to Balmorra. I hope you like bombed-to-pieces mudholes. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmorra?
It's my understanding there's some kind of battle.
Yeah, if you could call a pile of bodies a battle. The Empire invaded Balmorra in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmorra. We're here to prove them wrong.
How hard can it be to put down a few resistance?
It's not just a few resistance, they're well organized and well armed, but they can be broken. The Balmorran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the resistance. The Minister is safely off planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the resistance.
Why doesn't Imperial Intelligence just have him assassinated?
Yeah, I get your thinking, cut off the head and kill the body, except resistance movements aren't organisms, exactly. If we took out Argen, it'd be big, but as long as his power base stands, some other idealist is bound to step in. That's why we need to take everything out. Do we have the privilege of your support?
I suppose I can give it a look.
My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is in Sobrik, waiting to brief you on the operation's first mission, if you decide you're in. He's got plans to blow the Balmorran resistance sky high. I think you'll like them.
Your money's always good here. Come again?
Nalion dandans atin sa ilapto. Iswis mo dalay o tayo swahaisin.
What dark secret shall I share with you? Begone. At last, a worthy disciple. Begone.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith! We don't often get Sith on Balmorra. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
There has to be something that can withstand this stuff.
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
So how do I become a colicoid?
Sir?
No, Captain, he's right. To get to the bottom of that pit, you'll need to become like the colicoids. There must be a way for you to take on the colicoids' resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colicoids as soon as the Balmorrans abandoned it. But the colicoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I can't afford to make excuses. I need the information in that lab.
I'm sorry, Sith. We don't have the numbers to deal with these things. But if you can get into that lab, we'll get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorrans did to those creatures.
What dark secret shall I share with you? Be gone.
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed.
Nagam Jainam Pai Nagam.
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles...
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care! Tear it off the walls if you have to!
Is there anything wrong?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days, what with the supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilon and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
There were bugs, bugs and more bugs.
I hope the colicoids didn't give you too much trouble. have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The collocoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
Have there been a lot of defections?
Lately, yes. Of course, the defectors' bodies usually turn up a few weeks later in a ditch somewhere.
Any idea how they end up that way?
That's classified. We have intelligence that Janos Treek, our chief scientist, is alive and on Balmorra, in a Republic research base out near the toxic lakes. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
The Republic's going to taste blood tonight.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban and is on his way to Balmorra. I don't want you to miss him.
Well, well. I should have known Bessaker wouldn't let me go without a fight. But sending a Sith seems a bit like overkill. Are you here to kill me, or are you going to torture me first?
Thanks for reminding me.
No, listen. I won't be scared into returning. I risked my life to come here. Being an Imperial scientist, it's a fate worse than death.
You're only making this more painful for yourself.
I won't go back to that place. You don't know what it's like. We're not expected to be men. We're machines, slaving day in and day out. No intellectual freedom, no creativity. I'm tired of building killing machines. I want to do some good for humanity. I can't go back there.
I can promise you, I'm not trying to build a killing machine.
I know better than to believe the promises of a Sith. You'll have to kill me. I'll never return to the Empire willingly.
Do this one thing for me, and I promise to get you back to the Republic.
You're serious, aren't you? What kind of a Sith are you, anyway? Okay, I'll go. But I'm holding you to your promise. I can't be away from my research here for long. We're working on a new field medical technology. Nothing special, not even classified. Here, you should try one of these.
Sith! Major Bessaker sent us in after you to collect the scientist.
Tell the Major to get him started on the serum right away.
Of course. We'll see you back at Sobrik.
Sith, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you're very busy.
Congratulations, by the way. I heard that you found our scientist. We'll whip up that serum and get you into that toxic waste pit in no time. But there's a problem, and I need your help.
Just have the serum ready for me.
You'll get your serum, but you need to help me. It's my son. He arrived shortly after you left for the research facility, but then he went after some holocron, he called it. A few minutes ago, I got what I think was a distress call from him. He's in trouble.
He can handle himself.
Look, I didn't want to have to do this, but it sounds like I have no choice. This is my son we're talking about, and if you want your serum, you'll save him.
If you betray me, you die.
I have pull in important circles, and my brother is a higher-ranking Sith. You'll listen if you know what's good for you. All this time you've been running around, we've been fighting a war. I've been more than happy to help, but not at the expense of my son's life.
Nobody gives me orders.
Then you won't get your serum. We narrowed the origin of the distress call to an abandoned building near the Republic crater outpost. I'm guessing the Republic's captured him, which means a lot of fighting to free him. Good luck.
No kakabar, no! Manipeta pangka karasi. Lord ko te chi da ka jaga pochonja.
The old man sent you for me, didn't he? He must have gotten my distress signal. I guess the old fool's still good for something. You're the Sith he's told me so much about, aren't you?
Bessica's not a fool. He's a smart man.
Ha! Some Sith you are. Non-Sith are just pawns in our game, nothing more. Now get me out of here!
Your father said you were after a very special item.
Figures he'd go blabbing about it. But I guess the damage is done. My master sent me here for a holocron the Republic dug up someplace or other. I got the holocron, now all I have to do is get out of this place.
What purpose does this object serve?
It's not the holocron itself that's special. The holocron's a map. It's supposed to point to a powerful weapon of the dark side that's hidden here on Balmorra. The weapon's mine if I find it, which I will, now that you're here to free me.
I'll free you if you give me the holocron.
Ha! I'm not afraid of you. I'm injured, but I'm still Sith. I found the holocron. It's mine. Now let me out of here.
I'm really too kind.
Looks like you and my old man are one of a kind. Both weak. I'll be sure to tell him what you did for me. Maybe he'll reward you.
Next time, don't look to me.
I wouldn't count on it.
Travel route is confirmed.
What dark secret shall I share with you? Be gone.
Hey! If it isn't the hero of the hour! I just heard from my son. I knew you wouldn't fail me. I was hoping he'd come back to base so we could catch up, but he said he was busy. Do you think he's okay?
He's just enjoying his independence.
Boys will be boys, eh? You're probably right. He just needs some space. But you're not interested in any of this family stuff, I bet. You're here for your serum.
I did my part.
You upheld your end of our little bargain. I'll uphold mine. Dr. Treek will fix you up with the serum and explain what we know about it.
So let me get this straight. You kidnapped me away from the Republic so that you could go skinny dipping in a toxic waste pit?
Just give me my serum.
You're aware that this serum has never been tested on humans, right? I mean, it should work, but it was designed for colicoids.
You let me worry about that.
Look, I'm just trying to warn you. This serum could kill you before you even begin. And it might not be the most comfortable of deaths.
Give me the serum. Now.
All right. Well, I warned you. I can't expect to change a Sith's mind. This vial contains enough of the serum for about 5 doses, but I'd use it sparingly. You'll have to fight through the main Republic base to get to the vault, but that's the least of your worries. The colicoids around the vault are the real concern.
As promised, you may have your freedom, Doctor. Thank you.
What? You're not serious? I mean, you're Sith. You can't be serious. You'll let me go back to the Republic?
You're making me have second thoughts.
Look, you'll know I'll never make it out alive. So if you're serious, you'll authorize a shuttle for me out of here.
I haven't got time for this.
Just let me get the transport officer on the holo here. There we go.
Dr. Treek, Sith, Captain Rollo at your service. What can I do for you?
I'm authorizing a shuttle for the good doctor.
Yes, right away.
Thank you, my lord. You're a strange sort of Sith, but I appreciate it. You know, if you ever want to come over to the other side...
I'll think about it.
Well, thank you anyway.